I was reminded this week of the words of an old hymn. Jesus calls us o'er the tumult of our life's wild, restless sea. Can you see why that would come to mind? I mean, it's perhaps a bit of an understatement, but these certainly are tumultuous times, and we are living under the threat of wild, restless mobs. The first verse continues, day by day, Jesus calls to us saying, Christian, follow me. Over that tumult of life's wild, restless sea, verse 3 says, Jesus calls us from the worship of the treasures we adore, from each idol that would keep us, saying, Christian, love me more. And what would it mean to love Jesus more during these wild, tumultuous times than other idols that might be keeping us? Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm having a hard time keeping my mind set on the way of Jesus. The temptation to hate people wearing red MAGA hats, it's fierce. The temptation to hate, to desire the worst for my, dare I say, enemy, is intense. But over the noise of the tumult, I faintly hear the words of Jesus calling. Love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. To which I say, Jesus, are you serious? I mean, come on, seriously? Don't you watch the news? So we're all familiar with Dr. King's statement, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Well, today we're going to hear him further expound upon this. And I think you'll find it helpful. I did. Because Dr. King says, if you hate your enemies, you have no way to redeem and to transform your enemies. But if you love your enemies, you will discover that at the very root of love is the power of redemption. And I'm all for trying to find something redeeming about these wild, tumultuous times. And so here's the text from the Gospel of Matthew in the Common English Bible that Dr. King uses as his text for the sermon we are going to hear about loving our enemies. You have heard that it was said, you must love your neighbor and hate your enemy, but I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who harass you. If you do this, you will be acting as children of your God in heaven, who makes the sun both rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on both the righteous and the unrighteous. If you only love those who love you, what reward will you have? Don't even the tax collectors do that? And if you greet only your brothers and sisters, well, what more are you doing? Don't even the Gentiles do that? Therefore, just as God is complete in showing love to everyone, so also you must be complete. Or as some translations put it, perfect in love. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.